All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:30 in the afternoon of October the 6th, 2021, and today I get to do a $922 recap. The big winner here is AFRM, and actually, if you go back to my October 4th pre-market strategy session here. Let me pull it up here real quick. Oh, hang on. Let me move it to my. It's funny. Anyway. Let's see. My channel. Here we go. So if you look here at the pre-market strategy session, I said a little bit about AFRM here. AFRM was included in this pre-market strategy session. And I picked up call options on AFRM on the 4th. The acquired date here for these options were on the 4th. I only sold one option today. I have a few more on this stock. And so performed really well today. It's nice. I closed it today. I bought, I think it was about $10 per option on the 4th. And it did dip down on me on my total position. I was down like $300 on these things. I wasn't too worried about it. I didn't think that it would rocket today like it did. And so I'm taking some profit, a little bit of profit. These are long dated. I mean, January 21st of 2022 is the expiration date, and 140 is the strike price. And then the other thing, I shorted Invex today. That's why these are red, 20 and 30. I shorted 50 shares and managed to make about $1 per share on the downside. Let's just kind of go over it. I'll show you how it worked out. So here's AFRM today. This thing has just been on fire today. Really put up this incredible move. So the Fibonacci that I have on this thing is from the top of the move on the 24th of September to the bottom of the 21st of September. And so here on the 4th, it was just coming down big time. And it was right around, I think, it's hard to say on the 4th. Let's go back to the 4th here. I think, let's see. Here's October 1st. Here's the 4th right here. From noon, wait, where's the 4th? Yeah, the 4th to the 5th is right here. And I started buying options, I think it was from where it touched right here at 111. It wound up closing at 107, $4 lower. And so I started buying into the end of the day. And so it was close to this Fibonacci. And, I averaged into 5 of these things here at the end of the day on the 4th. And so, and then yesterday I just kind of bobbled around, but then today it's really taken off. It was in the 25% zone. This like kind of, I don't know, this zone is just a place to buy. If you're watching a Fibonacci and something pulls all the way back to this, and it's a swing trade, not a intraday trade, then this zone in here is where you want to buy, or this is where I want to buy at least. And so today it really took off, and I was like, I wonder if I should take profits. Like it went from this Fibonacci level, this red Fibonacci level, roughly 111, and I don't know, I'll call it 111.20, and jumped up, moved up here to 115.05, and I was like, wow, okay. And it started to pull back, and I was like, this is something that I want to leave on, long term. I'm looking for, ultimately. I'm looking for a push past this high at 133.17, this recent high at 133.17, into the, this 150. This would be the 1.618 fib. So, up to 151 a share. And the reason I'm looking at that is because we have kind of a cup and handle formation here. I'm going to clean this up a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. There we go. So here we have a cup and handle happening right here. And the idea is once this formation, once this pattern completes, then it'll start pushing up past the sort of left-hand side of the cup, the left-hand lip of the cup. That's what 146.90. And so that's why back here during the pullback, during this recent pullback, I'm going for strikes of 140 somewhere. So let's see. Let's draw some more lines here. So here's the peak. That's the 10th of February. And we'll call this, the midway point. We'll just call it the midway point here at June. So February, March, April, May, June. That's 5 months. Then 5 months forward from June would be June, July, August, September, October. So actually, October is about the time right now. It's October, February to October. It's 5 months. Roughly this time frame right in here is where we ought to see the resolution of the pattern if time frames are consistent, which there's no telling really exactly when these things will happen. There isn't. There's only guessing. There's only an estimate, So here it is, and this recent high right here, 133.17. It went for it today. It almost made it to that price level today. It came really close. You can see here at 1250. This is the 10-minute chart. It made a high of 132.49. So it was within 70 cents roughly, just shy of 70 cents of hitting that recent high. I don't know what it's going to do next. I do know that I at least have some cushion now in the position that I'm holding, so I can let it go, and let it run and see what it does, tomorrow, next week kind of thing. Although if it does start to turn against me, I'm going to take profits. If it starts to turn, south and it looks like it's going to turn red on me, I will cut before it turns red on me. So, just to protect profits, protect the position. Who knows? If I cut, it could just turn around and go right up to the highs that I'm looking for. But I just don't want to see a position like this that's really, I'm up 49% right now on this trade. I just don't want to see it turn red on me. It would be just really atrocious. And then the other thing that I traded today, let's see, what was it? It was, NVAX, that's right. So here we have NVAX. Here is the opening price, 163.85 is the open on NVAX today. Let's see if my level 2 corroborates that. I have actually 163.99 is the open on my level 2. That's interesting because I can't trust TradingView. I kind of actually wish I had thought of that when I started this position. But anyway, it says the open right here is 163.85 on TradingView. On my level 2, it says the open was 163.99. Well, anyway, so what I did was I put in, I'm bearish NVAX, and I put in, after it plunged through 163.85 right here, I put in an order to sell to short 50 shares at 163.84, and I got fill right here. And it was only 50 shares, which is, there's not a heck of a lot of risk on 50 shares. If this thing turned against me by $4, I'd be down by $200, but, it's not too bad. So anyway, it came up, it filled me here on this candle right here. and then really started to roll over the way that I was kind of thinking. The stock it's going down. There's it's that's just my opinion. But anyway, I was watching it, and it was really starting to accelerate to the downside, and then it bounced right here on this candle. It really bounced, and then accelerated. I was watching the level 2, and the buying accelerated, right? And I was like, did this thing just hit a price and bounce? I mean, there's no way. I was like, no way. This thing, but it did. You can see here, it was coming down, and actually even gapped down just a tad bit right here, and between these two candles, there's just the tiniest amount of gap in between these two candles right here, and their wicks. And I was like, oh wow, this thing's really starting to accelerate. But then it hit a price level and then just bounced and really bounced away. And you can see here the gaps in buying at that level. It started gapping up. I was like, what is going on? This doesn't make any sense. So I looked back at the pre-market over here, and I was like, is this thing going off of a pre-market price? Is that what's going on? And I was just like, no way. There's no way this thing is actually going to hit a pre-market price and then go the other direction on me. But sure enough, that's exactly what it did. It it hit this pre-market level. This is the pre-market low, 159.60, and bounced heavily. Bounced with tremendous power to the upside. So I was like, okay, fine, and so I let go of it for $1 profit. I let go of it before it turned red on me. So I was up I think it was like close to $250 here. 163 down. It was up about $200, a little bit more than $200 on this trade. And then it just turned right around, hit this price and turned right around. So, at least it's profitable. At least I got a profitable trade off of it. Right now, the stock price is doing its best to close over its open. Essentially, right now, it's essentially flat on the day. So, it says negative 3.51% here, if you can see that. That's from its previous close. That's not from the open. So, all right. And then, so some of the other stocks I was watching, VYGR. This stock, I was sitting here watching it, and I was like, okay, what is this thing doing? I'm not really seeing. Here's sort of I just moved it. Here's the morning high right here, and then tried to come back up and break through, and it couldn't do it. Here's this morning pivot that I was watching. And all of this represents from 374 right here to 412. That's less than a 40-cent move. And check out the volume on this thing. I don't know if you can see right over here. It says it gives the volume reading. Let's see if I can. Actually, let's go right. Let's make it large. Now it's up top here. Look at 155. Right up here. 155 million shares traded, and this stock. Let me pull back down its price range again here real quick. Its price range from high to low made a high of 412 and a low of 349. So, what's that? 63 cent range. There have been 155 million shares traded. Let's just bring it down. 155 million shares traded on this small cap stock for a move from 349 to 412. That is obnoxious. 4.12 minus 3.49 equals 63 cents. 155 million shares traded. Small cap momentum, I don't know what happened, but it's just super crowded these days. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with small cap momentum, but it's, I don't want to say it's impossible to trade, but not it's certainly it's not worth it to me. You know, I don't see I don't see if this range were $10, $5 even, if this chart were making a range of much more significant price action, then yeah, I could see it. But 63 cents, good luck. It's just a shame. It's too bad. Okay, next up, Lmfa. Yeah, no, nothing happening here. This is the, let's look at the 10-minute here. Popped up pre-market to a high of 547, opened at 491, and just sold off. Popped up a little bit here, actually, from 491. Look at this. It opened at 492, and popped up to $5.12, 20 cents. Whoop-de-doo, And then for the rest of the day, it's just done. It just hasn't done squat, hasn't done anything. I'm not surprised. This company announced that it wants to start being a crypto miner. So, okay, they're not curing cancer. Tesla, let's see, what was I was looking at Tesla for a trade this morning, and I don't remember. I didn't look at it much today. Here's the open. That would have been a decent trade. Here's the open right here at 775. Then it crossed below. It dipped down and crossed back up above the open. So there's a trade there from 775 to 785. That's a $10 difference. So there is a trade there. I just wasn't paying close enough attention to it to take the trade. Invex. So yeah, Invex. I'm bearish on Invex. We already went over that one. It's the one that hit its pre-market price and sprang up. It's really weird. I'm also bearish mRNA. Here's its open. I missed the sale. I missed the sell at the open right here. This is its opening price, 318.71, according to the chart at least. And the shorting it, by the time I started paying attention to it, it was right here at the bottom of this candle. By the time I started paying attention to it, it was right there at 315.54. And so no entry. I mean, if I had gotten an entry at 318.71 for a short on, say, 50 shares, then I would have been able to make some money. But something's got to be like moving big time and fast in order to jump in after the entry level. So my entry level is 318.71, and I missed my entry. Period. End of story. So no trade there. Did pick up another 100 shares of POAHY today. I think it was at $9.42. It was pretty close to the open. So let's see. I'm going to pull up the 10-minute. Let's see where this is. I think, I bought it somewhere inside the first 20 minutes on the day at $9.42 per share. And it's been pretty flat. This isn't most of the moves that this stock makes, it makes it in the pre-market or aftermarket. It's a German stock, so it does it during the the moves that it makes. It makes during the German session. So, and then we went over AFRM here. Yeah, AFRM is acting like a superstar here. It's pretty nice. Like to see it close. Yeah, I'd like to see it close above. Let's see. There's a previous high over here. It's not it. 123.70. There it is. So 123.70. It'll be nice to see it close above 123.70. It'll be really nice to see it close above this 120. This Fibonacci right here, or I shouldn't say Fibonacci. This 25% level right here at roughly 125.90. It'd be really nice to see it close above that. It would be really, really nice to see it close above 133.17 today. That's a tall order. I can see that being for another day. Fingers crossed. God willing. So let me 123.70 comes from this. It's pretty crowded, so let me get this stuff out of the way. There we go. 123.70. Where? There we go. Let me get. There's 123.70. So here on what is this? The 10th of September. AFRM gapped up. It last closed right here at $92.06, and then opened at $111.10, and then put in this candle here, made a high of, the high is 126.46, but closed at 123.70. Then here recently it made this run above this 123.70, but couldn't hold on to it. And so here today, we've got another run here over 123.70. And we'll see if it can hold it or not. We'll see if it can continue to close above this big gap up candle right here. And if it can, then the next thing will be, okay, can it break this new or this recent high, 133.17? Can it break through there and hold that? If it can break through 123.70 and hold that, then the next thing for it to do, the next thing it's aiming for, is 133.17, breaking through that and holding it, and then continuing higher until it breaks through this 146.90. So that's where all these levels come from here. So this 123.70, 133.17, and then 146.90. So I've got some options on it, and we'll see what happens. All right. Then what else? Okay, we'll look at the broader market here. I've been watching the VIX. The VIX here. So here's the daily on the VIX. The two white lines, the two dotted white lines, that's a gap that was put in from February of 2020 after everything started tanking once the shutdown, the lockdown was announced. 24.76 is a level that just seems to be resistance in a lot of places. I'm going to get rid of this 25.17 and get rid of the 15.94 down here. This red line, this is just kind of a fast line. I connected the top of the 20th of September to the top of the 1st of October. I had it punched through today at one point, but couldn't stay above. So, pardon me. So the VIX is falling back away from this level. I'd love to see it close certainly below 22. Definitely want to see it close below 21 and start making its way down to 18.21. I don't think that's going to happen until the Congress and whatever the House of Representatives and the Senate will pass the debt ceiling extension. So I think the VIX is going to be elevated until they do that. So yeah, the Russell, I had a level today on the Russell at 21.93. So I did start averaging into some call options there. And the call options I averaged into were the 229s. Let's see, let me take a look. I only have two of them. Strike price is 229. Expiration is the 21st of January next year. So we'll see if the support holds. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm up $60 on the two options. All right, everybody. Oh, Bitcoin, big time. Bitcoin. I'll take one last look at this here today. So Bitcoin is pushed past this pivot but it's not actually a pivot. It's pushed past this price level right here. Big breakdown candle into some weakness there. Right in here, big breakdown candle, weakness, and then is now just bum rushed past this price level. The next price level, really, the next price level, I mean, you could say, 60 right here on this shoulder, and then you could say 65 basically right here. Forget this shoulder, forget that. It's this price right here, 64.85. If Bitcoin makes it past 64,900 essentially, we'll call it. If Bitcoin pushes past this price, watch out, 100K, easy, next spot. I think probably more like 130 is the next thing to look out for. I think it'll blow past 100,000 and zoom right up to 130,000. So yeah, that's what Bitcoin's doing. If it makes it past this, it's going to be big, really big. All right. And so I have also actually started to average into a couple of really small positions on Sino and InvestView, INVU. Super speculative, super small positions, and just taking a stab at it. If these things run up really high, then they'll go really high. All right, let's see. What's a riot? This is another one that I started to average into. So I'm a little bit behind on this one. I tried trading it yesterday, and I didn't do a very good job of trading it. I should have just bought it. Should have just made a purchase there. I think I'm in at 27.85, something like that right now. Right. Oh, 27.82. So yeah, I'll just give it some time, see how it works out. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risks tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.